This is Fox Wilmington News at 6:30.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm John Evans.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Our top story this evening, a former NASCAR driver busted for meth. Authorities have arrested Jeremy Mayfield on drug charges. The Catawba County Sheriff says deputies searched Mayfield's property Tuesday night and found 1.5 grams of methamphetamines. He was released on a $3,000 bond, but this isn't his first brush with the law. He was suspended as a race car driver after failing a random drug test back in 2009. Now, this matches up with tonight's special report, right, John?
That's right, Michelle. The making of meth, it's a recipe for disaster. Meth labs combine 1 part addictive drug, several parts hazardous chemicals, and a touch of an illegal activity done to make money. They've become more popular in North Carolina, too. 10 years ago, agents busted 34 labs in this state. Through October of this year, SBI numbers show 260 of those labs were taken down. And the impact of the drug goes far beyond just the user. Many people are caught up in the aftermath of meth.
We have seen where a brick house has basically been leveled from an explosion associated with a lab.
Imagine what the same chemicals used to make crystal meth can do to a human body. Well, people all across the country are finding out. And while the users are cooking up that witch's brew, anyone nearby is just a spark away from big problems. Agents in Brunswick County busted a lab on Wilson Avenue in Calabash last January.
An explosion occurring in this area could affect all of these homes right around that and cause injury or death.
Agents take no chances on the scene. Hazmat suits and other protective gear is a must, guarding against chemical contamination. Now, it happened at Wimbledon Chase Apartments in Wilmington back in July.
It's never very good for a property manager when they get the 911 call.
Cindy Harrison is the property manager. She saw what the drug did to the person who lived here.
Seeing him react that evening, being under the influence, I will tell any child, any person, it's a dangerous drug.
Cindy's problems did not end there. The state has rules on how to clean meth labs. It becomes the owner's responsibility. They have to make sure it's cleaned to the state standards before anyone can move back in.
It's not like we didn't want to do the work. We wanted to do the work. We wanted to remediate. We wanted to get this back up online. And not knowing where to go was the difficult, frustrating part.
The state regulations are not very clear. They say the responsible party needs to do an assessment before it's cleaned, document all the activities done during the cleanup, and then notify the county health department when it's complete. Harrison says she asked for help to find someone qualified to do the work.
I'm just asking for maybe a list of the top 20 that you know are certified, that are going to pass your certification that health department's okay with. So that, but they didn't have anything. They don't know of anyone.
Since these companies are private companies and we are a government agency, we cannot endorse any one particular lab. We try to steer the property owner, property manager in the right direction and make sure they get a certified lab and certified person to clean up the area.
But Harrison says that didn't happen. Her company finally found a group qualified to do it, Highland Environmental Solutions of Raleigh. The cost, about $10,000. The company's tests showed meth stains on the kitchen counter and the kitchen wall. Wimbledon Chase took no chances, following up the required cleaning of the ceilings, walls, and floors by replacing the countertops, carpets, and blinds. HES says its final set of tests found no residual impacts from the meth. The state then used the company's report and determined that the apartment is cleaned and someone can move back in.
It seems like that is the final checkoff, is that the state of North Carolina Health Department said, yes, fine, we concur, go Fed. So.
Is that enough? A little bit of a cliffhanger here for you. You'll hear Cindy's response tonight at 10. Now, we're also going to dig deeper into the cleanup process, which you've seen already is not the easiest to follow. And we'll also hear whether more needs to be done to make sure these places, meth labs, are safe to live in once they're cleaned. Now, we have much more on this on our website, foxwilmington.com, including maps of where agents have busted meth labs this year and a list of specific addresses by county of where those labs are located, so you can find out if you're living in a former meth lab. Just click on this story on the homepage of foxwilmington.com. Michelle?